jumping center, Aiden Sherrill, who had 8 blocks in that victory against. What are you looking for offensively out of UTSA?
If they can get quality looks, spread the floor, maybe get to the rim. Kofi had the right idea.
Jameer Simpson. There's a second three-pointer and a second miss, but an offensive rebound sets up Phylon, who rattles home the trip. Shots, they are efficient with the three-point line and also get a ton of layups and dunks as well. An underrated part of Alabama's.
On that UTSA would like to control tempo.
Rayfield pivots in the lane, a fade and fire, just a prayer. What the staff will tell you at Alabama is that he does not mind taking criticism, kind of some tough love, if you will, from Nate Oates. Nate Oates
will not discourage them in the least.
And now a breakaway on a steal all the way, and an easy bucket for Amari Allen. Right cell. Oh, Alabama can't find it early on.
These are wide open.
Right cell again. And again, the rims are on Zona.
Look at the immediate spacing, though. But they just put you in a box.
His first 3 of the season. Inside, Roadrunners. Nice, silky, smooth turnaround for this Alabama squad. As the free throw is knocked down, number 1 player from the state of Connecticut.
Jemison coming off that game against Clemson where he went for 7% from the field.
Mark, this is a little scary for UTSA. They can't get anything going. And now,
no, Alabama is known and will be known for shooting threes under Nate Oates. What he likes best is when they have a defensive presence.
Talboy getting much-deserved camera time today. Drive and kick, open 3 on the way, pops out of there. That was Hannah.
Look at everybody spread on the floor for Alabama. 5 out.
Buffet rattles home another 3.
Clemson.
Trying to thread the needle there with time. We'll get to a next level in a very competitive league, the American. Drive and dish. The Final Four at Alabama. It's true, he's 1 for 1 with a Final Four.
One of the all-time great resume builders as an assistant coach.
Ending injury, you know he is awfully glad to be back on the floor, and he'll lead the break here. No numbers, right cell pushing the issue, and has it knocked
in over there where the chairs are. He's struggling.
Euro, and a nice.
Pretty soon, Mike, there are more guys over there injured.
I was going to say.
Than what Nate Oates can put in as a sub.
Right, it's becoming a little bit of a mess. Another offensive rebound for the Tide. They have 7. And if it wasn't for Alabama struggling to get sessions, 13 of them empty for UTSA, as in no points.
That's just room service.
Yes, it is. Right cell.
On paint touches, offensive rebounds, contracting the defense.
Alabama comes into this game averaging 95 points a game. You see the numbers on Simpson, who was an all-WAC performer before American scoring.
He's got a great scorer's mentality, as does Phylon.
Great hands by Allen. Inside, Allen on the other end. I've never been to one of those, Mark, but thanks for the invite.
Great cut.
Inside Simpson. They actually, the guy guarding the inbounder reached in and hit the.
And man, does the game get hard when you cannot make shots.
Yeah,
that's a big game for Kentucky, by the way.
No question, especially after the. Where is Auburn right now? I think we're still trying to figure out a lot about the Auburn Tigers at this point. And meanwhile, we just showed the graphic on LSU is made of Coach McMahon in the coming days with this out-of-conference schedule. A reminder
that you're supposed to guard. So that's called gap integrity. If you've got both feet too far one way or the other, then you've lost all stuff before the calendar.
That's right. Get geared up for conference play.
Bethea, that is just come down the floor. Everybody fills in at the perimeter.
Bethea, great crossover. Bethea all the way. He's still kind of working his way into this Alabama lineup. Bethea, Tickles the twine on this.
With Williamson in the game, they can run 4 out, 1 in.
Probing the baseline, setting up the triple. There's a method to the madness.
Sure. Designed to trap. I just think they want to slow Bama down a little bit, falling back to a man.
Allen catching 5. Career double-double in that win against Clemson. 20 points, 11 rebounds. And there's Mr. Greenlight himself, Jimmy. Alabama's just running around, chucking up threes. We already talked about offensively, that's not the case. And defensive. Friendly bounce on the second. Here's another one from the Link Academy.
I can't be looking over here.
A 3-ball drained by
winning and losing, but you don't want to get in bad habits. I gotta tell you, Mike, these threes
full throttle. Right cell up and under and in. And a timeout called by UTSA. Austin. Return pass sets up a triple. Kind of a sideways. Quick hands and a steal by Millett. Millett with teammates. Dish, slam. Allen. Perfect. Right. Drive and kick. Ball movement sets up another trade from the corner. They'll make it look easy.
Times the Roadrunners would force the issue. Just take a mid-range 2, don't they?
Yes.
That's
Simpson.
smooth.
That is smooth. That's a nice looking mid-range. Driving, dishing. Great feed, but then a missed it. Nunez into the corner. UTSA says we can fire from the wing. Violon. Easy pass to the basket. That's 2. Simpson. But then getting it right back on the turnover.
Millett is everywhere defensively.
Oh! That's a little ambitious. But he had enough verticality to make it go. Simpson. Good Sunday afternoon crowd here at Coleman Coliseum cheering on their.
Think, Mike, that can read the defense off the bounce.
Yeah.
Phylon can do that.
He does. And a 3 that out there. Just reminded of that this week every year.
And I mean, that's the bottom line. Every mock draft that you look in, he's second or third behind Peterson. And then it's
in transition, hope in the harm. A change.
Bama right now has 3 quad 1 wins. That's the most in SEC.
They did, as a matter of fact. If you're Notre Dame, you don't want to play in a conference. You don't want to challenge yourself with that. It's the fine SID. Maybe he's got some pull. No, that'll be a terrific rematch. Basketball, 14 teams made the Big Dance last year. And if you look at the early Lunardi rankings, and it is.
That's an outstanding number.
Yeah.
But when you compare it to 14,
Yes.
everybody, it has a
Non-conference games. I don't know if we'll see that ever again by anybody. So it's kind of hard to judge it based on that, as it's still implemented by UTSA. Drive, finish, and the foul. Nice.
I'm going to answer that this way, yes, because of the schedule that they've played.
Brutal stretch of game against powerful opponents. Foul called on the. In their right mind was picking Florida to win it all, but they just got better as the season went along. Bethea, 47 threes. You and I have called some.
Really a nice move by Jai.
Everything but the finish.
Oh, yeah. That's a finish. Amari Allen.
Taking. Blind pass. Beautiful feed by 5.
Rebounds, assists.
Phylon dropping delightful dimes here on a Sunday after. Talked about some of the other guards like Houston. You could definitely see that happening. If he stayed in this game, it might have had it today. I don't know if we'll see much of him for the final. Bethea I think Bethea's going to want to keep his highlight reel from this ball game.
Oh!
Jemison, the bank is barely touched the hand of Jemison before it was launched. 3 on the other end.
I think your rec game is broken.
Free throw good for Bethea. 5 for 10 from downtown and a perfect 4 for 4 now from the free throw line. So 21 points. Nunez breaking down the defense. Throws up a miss, but there he was hot for a stretch. Kind of disappeared a little bit here late in this game, but not on that move. He's something from Lima, Ohio, Jameer Simpson. There's another 3 and another make.
That's the
Jemison.
shot he was. You can't be taking the ball out. Come on, 11 wide.
High screen, gets it back, slams in.
We got one a shot. Now you got to get Murphy a shot.
Here's a 3. There's a make. This one. Simpson. 6 in the first half, 41 in the second. Alabama rolls. We send you for all the latest and greatest in studio.